Hello, we're here. We're back. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, we're a few minutes behind here. Just getting things set up ahead of time. You guys know the drill. Michigan's 3-3 coming into these streams. Need a little bit of juice. Need a little bit of excitement in our lives here. So I've decided to make a quarterback change. J.J. McCarthy will start today for the Wolverines. Stephen Cannon, yes, I also did fix Donovan Edwards' speed. Blake Corum is still the starting running back, but 3-3, season on the ropes, me losing my sanity. It was time to make a change and time to give the people something they needed to tune in. So, without further ado, here we go. So welcome, everyone. The one thing you'll notice is that Michigan is still ranked 16th because I'm playing an exhibition game and this isn't in an actual season, so just deal with it, ignore it. You can tell yourself what that number means, whatever you want it to mean. So. Also be taking your questions and such throughout, but yeah, it was getting a little monotonous to watch Cade McNamara just stand there and take sacks. And it's not real Cade's fault. This is on a virtual Cade, a multiverse Cade, if you will. So, it was time to make a switch. So we made it. I feel like a home game against Northwestern is the perfect time to do it. Their defense is highly rated in this iteration of the game, in this roster, but we'll see if it matters or not. Stephen Cannon, will you be adding the transfers before the end of these streams? I don't know. I know everyone has kind of wanted to see Dalen Baldwin. Dalen Baldwin, last I checked, was not in Michigan's directory yet. So my rule is, if they're not in the directory, they're not on the roster, they're not in the game yet. So. Wide receivers haven't really been the issue here. In these streams, so we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to sneak it in there. Former IU quarterback Peyton Ramsey getting the start for Northwestern. That should be interesting this year. Northwestern likes to do the thing where one year they suck and the next year they go to the Big Ten title game or win 8 or 9 games. Given that they won the West last year, I'm assuming they'll suck this year. And Michigan will probably win this game. But, again, nothing's a gimme. If we're just going on what we saw last year, nothing's a gimme. So, big play there by Chris Hinton. See Jacob Crawford in here. Dooney Don. Go Blue, go Blue. Stephen Cannon, Nep Nepstein, Jimmy Whitner. Cameron Stokes, welcome everyone. Welcome back. It's good to see you guys. Cameron asks, hey Anthony, what's the most annoying stadium you've been to? Just watching on TV, to me, Indiana is. The Hoosiers thing every time a first down comes is irritating as hell. I've never been to Indiana. In fact, I've only been to Ohio State and Michigan State. So I'm looking to change that this year. Want to go to Madison this year. I'm working on that. We'll see about Penn State. But those are the only two I've been to so far. Ohio State, it's everything that people say it is. It's like going into the Lion's Den. I mean, there's a palpable... First play of the game for J.J. McCarthy. Yikes. There's an energy there. There is, objectively speaking, it is a terrifying place to play. Also, a place I have no desire to ever go back, because even someone wearing neutral colors there in a media capacity, I still dealt with some of the rudest people I've ever dealt with in my life. Around the stadium, in the stadium. So. Michigan State is annoying in that for media, and again, this is a first world problem. I'm very lucky to do what I do, go to the games I get to see, but a lot of times you go up to the press box in any of these places. They've got they have it catered or something. There's always free food there. And Michigan State provides free food in the form of 2 tickets to a snack bar that's in the press box where you can get either popcorn or a pretzel. Now, to be fair, they do give us pizza after the game. But I think it's Papa John's, if I remember correctly. So, really, is it pizza? The official pizza of the January 6th Capitol riot, Papa John's. Dune Dunn. I'd like to go to Iowa at some point. I'd like to see all of them, really. I've been around Madison in the off season. I have family in Minnesota, so I've been on Minnesota's campus several times. Haven't been into the stadiums, though. Cameron Stokes, are these rosters 100% updated? Peyton Ramsey is still on Northwestern. Peyton Ramsey... That's a good question. I don't think so. No, he's not. This is not accurate. That's annoying. Just pretend that doesn't exist. God, that is annoying. I need to get the... That'll make it 2nd and 7. Number 19 makes the reception. Gain of 15 yards. That makes it 1st and 10. Michigan's roster is accurate outside of the transfers. I don't know what's going on here with Northwestern. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it has me wondering, are we playing against Greg Newsome and stuff and such? Greg Newsome and Rashawn Slater. Are we playing some kind of multiverse crossover game where 2021 Michigan's playing the Big Ten West champion Northwestern? It's possible. These are user-created rosters. Yeah, Cameron, the ranking doesn't change. These are exhibition games, which is annoying. But after this drive, I'm going to check Northwestern's roster, because then we'll put a big old asterisk next. But spin zone. If Michigan beats the Big Ten West champion from last year, season back on track. So think about that. So if Michigan loses this game, it's because the rosters were bad. If they win, we just pretend nothing happens. Deal? Deal. That'll make it 3rd and 1. I'll check after this drive is over. Good God, man. That's good for a gain of 13 yards. That makes it 1st and goal. Nep Nepstein, do you think we have enough corners to match up with the best teams on our schedule? No, I don't think you do. Because when you play teams like Ohio State, who throw an arsenal of guys that, I mean, even take Ohio State out of it. Anyone you play who has a good receiving core, those corners are going to be an issue. And the one thing I'll say, and I wrote about this earlier, is that if there were any positives to be taken out of last year, it was how the corners developed throughout the year. Peyton Ramsey. Whoever... Yeah, I know Patty Fisher's not on the team anymore. How's about we... Greg Newsom's... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Making an executive decision here. Because there's already an asterisk next to this one. We're going to sub out the guys we know aren't there. So bear with me here for a sec. I knew something was off about this. This is really the first team where this has been an issue. Sorry, this is annoying. It's live. Andrew Marty, congratulations. You're the starting quarterback. I can't... A freshman that's 90? This is all messed up. I'm sorry, guys. But we're going to sub out these guys on defense. So... What an embarrassing turn of events. I'm sorry, everyone. Sure. There we go. A redshirt freshman... Whatever. We got the guys out we needed to get out. All right. Annoying as hell. All right. What's going on in the chat here? Conspiracy theory. Yes or no? Michigan has been so bad because they're cursed for running off the best coach in Michigan history, Lloyd Carr. It was probably time for Lloyd to go. There are times where I sit and... There are times where I've said, and I'm trying not to get on too much of a soapbox here, where, God, there's a cosmic reason why Michigan football has, failed to do what it has to do. And then, all this Bo Schembechler stuff starts happening, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe there it is. But, Michigan's fault, Michigan's biggest issue is getting in its own way. I think that Jim Harbaugh's a good coach. But when you, there's some kind of disconnect somewhere. I truly think, that 2018 Ohio State game really did break them. But I think they have what they need. The resources are in place to do bigger things than they do. But the football gods, for whatever reason, decreed that the team that was going to have a 20-plus year run of success was Ohio State. Maybe Michigan can be that one day, but until Ryan Day kind of slips, you're a 9 or 10 win-a-year program. I think we talked about this in a stream before, but it's more annoying to me that Michigan can't beat Wisconsin and Penn State, or Wisconsin, Penn State, Michigan State. Those are the ones where I'm like, Okay, really? That's kind of unacceptable. Look at JJ in the QB run game. Morgan H. JJ got the start. Nice. Congrats to him and his family. Big day for the virtual McCarthys. All right, look at that. Donovan Edwards getting some run here. Scott Kremlow, did McNamara get injured at Nebraska? No, he just sucked, and I decided to replace him. Stephen Cannon, Michigan would benefit with a Lloyd Carr type of offense. No, they need to run the offense they want to run well. Nobody that's making the college football playoff now or winning big games is, has a fullback and a running back out there and two tight ends and. I respect the attempt to modernize, but they just haven't executed it well. Brandon Stone, do you see a scenario in which Harbaugh stays, but Gaddis is the one let go? I know the team is going to be relying a lot on the offense this year. If that happens, what name stands out as offensive coordinator? If this offense stinks, this team's going to be really bad. So I think everyone's gone. I mean, what? Gaddis, his there was Drevno. Fish was basically an offensive coordinator. Pep Hamilton. I mean, then you're talking your fourth or fifth offensive coordinator in 8 years. I mean, that's it. That's it. It's over. So I don't see that scenario in play. But also, if it wasn't play, then I guess maybe I'd keep an eye on Mike Hart. This is from I316. Do you have a sense that this will be Gaddis' offense this year, or is Jim going to be involved in the play calling? I don't know how I can make what I'm about to say any clearer. This is Josh Gaddis' offense. He calls the plays. Now, there's a process where, maybe he calls a play, goes, Jim, what do you think? And maybe Jim can veto here and there, but there's this bit out there among Michigan fans that Jim Harbaugh is like a shadow offensive coordinator. That's not what this is at all. Harbaugh has influence. There is a groupthink, mentality here. But Josh Gaddis calls the plays. Now, it will be interesting to see what role that Sharon Moore has in all this, because now he's the co-offensive coordinator. So, I mean, this is Josh Gaddis' offense. I think there were times, especially early on, where maybe it was too much of his offense, where this group was kind of drinking out of a fire hose. But this is Josh Gaddis. I will say it again. We have 4,000 plus subscribers. We have as many people who are watching this right now. Jim Harbaugh is not calling plays for Josh Gaddis. Period. Someone asked about Northwestern's quarterback situation. Who's actually their quarterback this year? Yeah, Peyton Ramsey's gone. It's going to be a battle between Hunter Johnson and Ryan Hilinski, it looks like. Neither of them on this roster. So Andrew Marty, congrats. You're on The Price is Right. I316. No, I wasn't picking on you. I was just... I see it a lot, so I just wanted to make clear what the dynamic has been like. So I've seen it a lot. I'm not picking on you. I'm glad that you asked the question, because then we get to address it here. Cameron Stokes says we need to give Harbaugh until 2023 at least, till the extended playoff comes to show. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Might as well just give him to 2025 while you're at it, too. I want things to work out for him, but I mean, can you imagine, like, expanded playoff? The 2018 Michigan team makes the expanded playoff. You really want to see what happens to that team after what Ohio State did to them? I don't know if I do. I'm not picking on you, Cameron. It's just I think saying he needs to at least 2023. It's year 7. Like that's kind of absurd to me. Not waiting until 2023 if they go 7-5 this year and Matt Campbell wants to come. And also, I don't think Ward Manuel is stupid, so he'll make Ward Manuel will ultimately make the right decision because there's not a ton tying Michigan to Harbaugh right now. So, if he's here till 2023, things went well this year and went really well next year. Brandon Stone, is it just me or is he not the greatest? This is on Josh Gaddis. Is it just me or is he not the greatest at developing the wide receivers? Seems like they consistently struggle to get open. Maybe I'm making that up. Kind of, because he's got a pretty long rap sheet of developing. I mean, look at the guys that now. The talent at Alabama, I think, tells more of the story than what Josh Gaddis did for them. But he's still, he developed, was it Allen Robinson at Penn State? Deshaun Hamilton at Penn State? I'm missing someone there. Maybe it wasn't Robinson, but a couple of Penn State receivers. Like he's got a good rap sheet of developing guys, but yeah, it's been disappointing. I mean, when you have a room that includes Nico Collins, Tariq Black, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and you can't make that work, that's a problem. That's a problem to me. Last year, I just thought they had a bunch of guys who maybe Nico opting out last year killed them. But yeah, I don't know if they have someone on this roster that's good at getting off of a cornerback, jamming them at the line of scrimmage, and so yeah, it's a fair question. Dave Larman, if OSU fails somehow, is Michigan the favorite to win it in the East? I think I would put Indiana ahead of them. maybe Penn State. I mean, people forget Penn State was as bad as Michigan was last year and then won their last 4 games. So I think Indiana's kind of waiting. Indiana brings a lot back this year. I mean, I think that what they're doing right now is sustainable. Now, it depends on Michael Penix. If he's not healthy, then all bets are off. But I think that if Ohio State somehow slips, I think Indiana's probably the team to beat in the East. Hey, Anthony, what do you make of the Kofi Coburn situation? He might transfer from Illinois and go to Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, good for him. It's weird that he just isn't going back to Illinois. It leads me to believe maybe there's something else going on there. But they also kind of lost a lot with Io. Io's gone. I thought if Dickinson stayed in the draft, I would have made the phone call. But yeah, we'll see. He's a good player. Again, he's another one of those dominant throwback type of big men. So, okay, what is going on here? This is not going well with this stream. We subbed out the good players, and Northwestern's still going up and down the field. Nate the Great, do you think OSU will take a step back this year? Theoretically speaking, they should, but they won't because they're loaded. And I think that Ryan Day, it's going to be interesting. Like, I'm really interested to see how this Ryan Day thing continues to develop. And if he's just, a guy riding Urban Meyer's coattails, but I mean, God, look at how they're recruiting right now. So I don't expect them to slip. Stephen Cannon, why is there no Michigan basketball-focused podcast or internet shows? Buddy, where you been? We did one all year. In our Maize and Brew podcast feed. It's myself, Chris Castellani, who's now with Barstool Sports. It'll be back. We do it in season because there's just not a ton to talk about out of season. I mean, there is, but, we talk basketball here. There are a lot of basketball videos on the channel as well, so feel free to check it out or wherever you get your shows. Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher. Also, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all of that good stuff while we're here. I'd like to see those like numbers get up on the stream. Oh boy, Michigan is down 21-7 to the backups we subbed in for Northwestern. You can also follow me on Twitter too at Anthony T. Brew. Never pass up a chance to plug myself. That sounded weird. Cameron Stokes, I think there's a huge gap between OSU and Bama. Just saying. I mean, there's a gap between Bama and everyone else. But what that gap is starting to close. If you're someone who follows recruiting rankings and believes in the blue chip ratio, which Google that if you've never looked that up before. Schools like Georgia and Ohio State are kind of starting to close that gap. I mean, there is a gap, but it is closing. But Nick Saban's going to coach till he's 80 and just be a terror there forever. Only 16 plays run so far in this half. It's annoying. Jimmy Whitner, what does the T stand for? T stands for my middle name. It's my middle initial. Thomas. Shouldn't say that. Someone's going to steal my identity. I work in media. I have nothing that you can take from me. But because there's like an egg account that has my first name, my last name as its handle, and it's annoying. because I've been trying to go after it for like 10 years, and it just sits there. Nobody tweets from it, but we make do. Steven says you guys had a great in-season show. Oh, thank you. I just meant year-round. There's been a good amount of stories to cover throughout the off-season. There has been. We've done our best to talk about it, but some of these guys, a lot of people in the Michigan sphere too, are taking the opportunity to take a little vacation. We are both blessed and cursed. Mostly blessed that Michigan has fall sports, winter sports, spring sports that keep people busy throughout the year. So I think the idea of, in most years, the idea of doing a basketball show in August or July is kind of it's a little early for that. So. Morgan H. is Baldwin on this sim roster. He is currently not, because he's not officially even enrolled at Michigan yet. So. Oh, just kidding. Dalen Baldwin is in Michigan's directory. Looks like he's going to be going into social work. So Dalen Baldwin is in Michigan's directory. So for anyone worried that he might not show up or not, he's in. So the next stream, I will see if I can get Dalen Baldwin in. Jordan Whitley isn't there yet. Jordan Whitley is also in the directory. Both in social work. Interesting. All right, so JJ's debut has not gone terrible. Cameron, hey Anthony, does Maize and Brew stream U of M sports games? No, that's actually illegal. There are no shortage of streams online for you. I mean, we might do some commentary tracks and things, commentary stuff and live watch-alongs, but we will not be streaming games. That's not, we legally can't do that. Jimmy Whitner, when do we get the full basketball schedule? Also, have the freshman numbers been released yet? That should be coming soon. Actually, the numbers just got an updated roster today, so let me... Sorry, we're doing this live here. It is a live stream, after all, if you will. Because Devontae Jones officially joined the team today. Basketball roster. Okay, they're updating the roster because I can't get to it on the website right now. I did see it tweeted out there, so give me just a second. I'll give you numbers. Okay, freshman numbers. Kobe Buffkin is going to wear number 2. Frankie Collins will be number 10. Isaiah Barnes is number 11. Devontae Jones will wear 12. Moussa Diabate will wear 14. Caleb Houston will wear 22. And Will Shetter will wear 42. I don't see any number changes here.
That'll make it second and long.
Everyone has the same number they did last year outside of the freshmen. So, in terms of the non-conference schedule, I mean, I think the big opponents are obviously set. We know who they're going to play. Big Ten ACC Challenge. We're going to play Kentucky. We know those. I think they're probably still putting the finishing touches on a few of those bye games, meaning the games they play, they're basically buying victories. You know what those are. So, that I would think that should be finalized sometime in August? Question mark? I don't know.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That brings up 4th and
11. Jimmy Whitner, who came up with the name Maize and Brew. It's kind of dope. That name predates me with the site. I mean, this is my 8th year with this website.
Receiving team.
That name was in place long before I was. Man by the name of Maize and Brew Dave. So, shout out to him, I guess. Thank you. All right, so got a big drive for the defense here.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Forgot to use my halftime to get a beverage. So, just a sec.
That'll make it 3rd and 1. Smith brings him down. Gain of 6 on the play. 1st down.
Jimmy asks, what are your thoughts on the new Jordan Classic that we will be in with the other Jordan brand schools? I think it's brilliant. If anyone didn't see that, and I see there's a comment in here about, I just clicked in to find we were discussing the basketball team. Yeah, that's typically how a lot of these streams have been going, especially as we stare a 3rd straight loss dead in the eyes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Michigan's going to be in this event with Oklahoma, North Carolina, and Florida, I want to say, and those are the first 4 schools that signed the deal for football and basketball to be the Jumpman schools. So I think that's going to be a fun. The men's and women's programs for each school will be involved in this tournament, which I think is awesome. I think over the last couple of years, what we've seen is a pretty big explosion of interest in the women's game, which is great. I think that when we talk about the topics of name, image, and likeness and those types of things, I think that it's really the women's athletes that have probably the most to gain by all of that. Yeah, it's a good spotlight. I mean, Michigan basketball has, and I say basketball under the umbrella of both the men and women, there's not many teams that boast that kind of 1-2 punch. So, yeah, it's going to be a cool showcase for them. I hope that I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Funny, the title of this video touts it as being the J.J. McCarthy game. But what it really is like a Northwestern multiverse / Michigan basketball chat game. 76 gotta hold your block on the outside there. Jeez. Ryan Hayes.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
Stop running the football.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
JL Sabinas, I think we'll be better on offense than this, don't you think? I would think so. Maybe I should throw Cade back in there. As if on cue. Look at Ronnie Bell coming up big. JJ's played well. 12 for 16, 142 yards. But they keep doing this, which is fine when you gain 12 yards. Need this victory. Falling to 3 and 4 would be catastrophic. Jimmy asks, JJ has a lot of zip on his passes. Is this true in real life too? Yeah, he throws a good ball. I don't think anyone's gonna... Oh, geez. No one's going to accuse him of, or no one's going to mistake him with Joe Milton in terms of the speed of which the ball comes out of his hand. And I hope nobody wants to draw that comparison, the other stuff with him. But yeah, he throws a good ball, tight spiral, and touchdowns too. I've seen a lot of people kind of compare him to Josh Rosen, and that feels like a good comparison to me. I hope he winds up being a little bit better than him. But, I mean, Josh Rosen was a first-round pick. All right. Comeback is on. It's not looking as bleak as it was. I mean, they were down, 21-7, so 10 straight points. And again, just a reminder, I'm not playing this. I'm watching with the rest of you, which is less fun, by the way. I make that sacrifice so I can talk to you. Oh, you got to get him. Chris Hinton had him dead to rights in the backfield. Morgan wanted them to go for 2 there. I think I agree. That's what the chart would have said, right? Schoonmaker did catch the ball. Tight ends catching the ball have been I mean, that's why they lost that Wisconsin stream. I don't even remember what happened in the stream the other day. I tried to block that out of my brain. Nebraska, really? There we go. That's a big play. JL says, I appreciate your sacrifice, but this brings up painful memories. Hey, listen, if this hurts for you, make a business decision and get out of here. I wouldn't blame you for that. Cameron, Anthony, can you make an all-time, all-decade U of M squad? For which sport? Get back to me on that one. Jimmy, Anthony, which press box have you been to that had the best food? I don't even know if I should say it here. I think I'll be skewered, but Ohio State. Ohio State's press box spread is great. To the point where there's like a beef carver there. I mean, I remember that being the most satisfying experience of that day. That and Jabril Peppers having his only career interception against Ohio State. So yeah, it's Ohio State, and I think a lot of people would agree with that too. But I haven't been to a bunch of them, so. Cameron says for football. I think we may have done one before, or like done an all Harbaugh era team, or at least rank the players. But we'll look into that. We still have a couple weeks to kill before we really get into preseason coverage. Oh no. Oh, I mean, that's not good, but I thought it was JJ that got hurt. But it gives you a look at Donovan Edwards, which, there you go. Yeah, I know. I said Ohio State did something good. I shouldn't be so complimentary. But I'll turn on you in an instant if you keep me well fed. It's a lack of journalistic integrity, I know, but... All right, fourth quarter. $80 of you currently on the stream. I appreciate that. It's good to have you here. Oh, Cameron wants me to do the all-decade team in NCAA 14. I cannot do that. That's a lot of work that I just don't have time for. So, I'm sorry. It would be fun, but maybe when the new game comes out, we'll be able to make that happen. Dave Larman, is the 2018 Revenge Tour team the best team since 2007? Do they beat this year's team position by position? They definitely beat this year's team, for sure. In most positions, almost every position, honestly. And then, are they the best team since 2007? I'll go back to 2006. I think the 2016 team was Michigan's best team since they've won a Big Ten title, which was 2004.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Dooney Don says that the Maize and Brew PS3 loves to make us lose in heartbreaking fashion. To be fair, Michigan was down 21-7 in this game, and they've scored 17 straight points. So I will have no slander about my cursed PlayStation 3 or this game that hasn't gone as well as we'd liked it to. So how about that? Jimmy asks, do you know what year the new game will be coming out? I think they're shooting for 2023. And NIL makes it pretty possible that they'll be able to have actual players in the game too, which is really exciting. I mean, these are actual names, but Some dude, I mean, all of these guys look like crash test dummies. If you go into the depth chart and look at their faces, to actually be able to add to the experience. So I'm looking forward to that. And they're building the game from scratch too. That's the other thing, is they're not just gonna, throw the college football name on, using the Madden skin or engine or whatever it is. They're building it from scratch. So there's actually a podcast on our feed right now where I talk to Matt Brown, and so definitely go check that out. Maize and Brew podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever. Lewis Gratton, welcome, Lewis. Trying to get eyeballs on the thing I'm doing. Uh-oh. Hey! Whoa! 63 yards. J.J. McCarthy to Ronnie Bell. Hey! Whoa! 63 yards. J.J. McCarthy to Ronnie Bell. That's your play of the game so far. I mean, that's the strike. That's the shot of venom in the necks of the Northwestern Wildcats that we needed here.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Kurt Pittman, I just tuned in to another nail biter in the 4th. Yes, but this one is. Kurt, was McNamara pull? I started JJ. Look at Andral Anthony getting in the mix, too. It's a freshman feature. Shout out Freshman Feature Day here on the Game Sim series. OGs you use. These nuts. I'll never get tired of saying that. Manual and school admin is dragging its feet on NIL. I heard the new head of recruiting finally had to take matters into her own hands. Given, like I said, I've bored people with this, talking about the association with the Ross Business School. I don't think they've botched it so far. Guys are signing deals. And what I'm about to say, I don't want to insult anyone. I don't know if Michigan football has a ton of marketable players right now. Aiden Hutchinson is selling something. Daxton Hill is selling something. You have guys that have signed up for some game stream things, but who's the big star that's going to get the? And it hasn't really happened yet. Plus, you have to. I don't think Michigan's botched it yet. Depending on who you follow on social media. There are people that might feel differently about that, but I just think it's so early in the process that... Yeah, I see Cameron, it's buffering, it's skipping. I don't know. I'm seeing that on my end too, so just kind of bear with me. I'm not really sure what's going on there. McCarthy's overall, I think, And I bumped him up a few because it's my stream. I can do whatever the hell I want. I think he's like 83 or 84. Morgan, Anthony, I'm new to Maize and Brew. Are you in Michigan yourself? Yes, I live in the Detroit area. I'm about a half hour outside of Ann Arbor. Welcome. We hope you'll stick around. We hope you hit subscribe. We hope you like this video. Please, anyone watching, do me a favor. Like this video right now. It helps us. It kicks it up in the algorithm.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. First down.
Hey, I like it. Thank you. I like seeing those numbers go up. Welcome, Morgan. And also, we do podcasts too. You can subscribe on Apple, Google, Spotify, and Stitcher. If you're a social media person, where we are wherever you consume your social media. Whoa! I have no idea what happened to the ball there. Nice thing about these streams is that they dump me off right around dinner time. So, if we win, I get to I get to have a celebratory feast. If they lose, I get to stress eat. And eat my feelings. Because I'm so huge, as you can see. I'm glad we started, JJ. That was entertaining. I don't know if Virtual Cade does that. Rock City says, first timer here, go blue. Rock City, welcome. I appreciate you. Hope you stick around. Hope you subscribe. Hope you like. Hope you subscribe to the podcast. Hope you follow me on Twitter so I can pay my electric bill. That's not how that works, but I like to be dramatic. Cameron asks, do you ever communicate with other Michigan podcasts? We do stuff with the other sites. You know, we try to give you something different than what everyone else is giving you. So sometimes there's crossover in that, sometimes there's not. Hey, there you go, Daxton Hill. He's got an NIL deal. He's gonna close out games. That's a big pick to seal a much-needed Michigan victory. If I had the ability to, I would like the video just for that. Jimmy asked, what game are you looking forward to most this season? Washington. I think the Washington game, it's hard for me to look at anything past that because I think the Washington game is, well, first of all, it's a night game, so it'll be just, I've complained about night games in the past, but to be there under the lights after the year we just had with COVID and not being together, I think that's going to be a party. And we are going to do, I'll say it right now, I'm speaking into existence, there's going to be a Maize and Brew tailgate somewhere in Ann Arbor, hopefully on the golf course or at Pioneer, for that game. So, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Go Blue ×2. I wonder if we'll have any more ants volunteering to carry the ball off the field. That hasn't happened since the Washington game. Actually, there was a second time. This game will glitch out on you. I mean, this is 2 generations behind now. This game came out in 2013. So the mod came out this year, but you know we're 2 systems. We're 2 systems behind here. Kurt Pittman, Sim Harbaugh saves his job another week. Yes, Sim Harbaugh needed this, and he needs JJ to play like this the rest of the year. Getting to 4 wins is big because we just need 2 to be bowl eligible. 2 more. That's all we need. I think we can get there. Morgan H. is an amazing experience to watch a game in AA. I've only ever been to a few games as a spectator. Most of the time I've gone in a working capacity, but it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty awesome. to see the band, to see the banner on the field. I mean, the pageantry of college sports is why we like college sports so much. We'll spend all off season saying what we do and sometimes shitting on the team. There's another pick. Love to see it. Who's 22? I don't even know if the game knows who 22 is. Jamon Green. That's right. Duh. We could talk bad about the team all off season, but once that team runs out of the tunnel, it's go time. It's football. It's back. So. Jimmy says he has season tickets, and he will be looking forward to the Western game because it's the first one back. I agree with you. Victory! 31-21, 4-3, 2-2 in conference play. My God, did we ever need this one today? Your player of the game. Of course, J.J. McCarthy. We'll go through the stats, as we always do. Dave Larman asks, are you going to bump up the team versus OSU to make it more entertaining? No. I will play things as they stand, and we will either take our beating or we will sit here in virtual victory and go nuts. So, Morgan says, "Thanks for this. It was fun." No, I'm glad you checked it out. I hope you'll come back. We're here Mondays. Well, now we'll be Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. I don't see that time changing anytime soon. Jail says, "Woo, go Blue. The drive home will be easier." Yes, the commute back home will be much better than it has been. So, we'll let this play through. Grab some stats here. Sorry, I'm stalling. That's what we do in the biz, as they say, when you're not ready. So, from here, victory, 4-3. We love to see that. Next week is a big week. At Michigan State on Monday. Tuesday will be home against Indiana. Thursday will be at Penn State. I mean, those are right now the games that will make or break the rest of this season. Got to kind of win them all if we're going to give yourself a chance to win the Big Ten in that last week against Ohio State. That's the scenario we're assuming here. But then it'll be the week after next at Maryland versus Ohio State. And then if they beat Ohio State, let's just say they win out and beat Ohio State. We will do a mock Big Ten title game. If they don't win out and beat Ohio State, we'll just go right to a bowl game. If they don't beat Ohio State, I'll cry, and maybe I'll just end this series forever. But we will do the bowl game, whether it be the Pinstripe Bowl or, God forbid, a New Year's Six Bowl. We will do that. So that's the plans for that moving forward. So let's go through some stats here really quick. Again, a couple of minutes left for you to throw a quick like, quick subscribe on the page. J.J. McCarthy, 18 for 25, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 72% completion percentage. We love to see that. Running numbers weren't pretty today, but got the job done nonetheless. Ronnie Bell, play of the game, that 63-yard strike from J.J. McCarthy. Josh Ross leads this in tackles seemingly every week. 4 sacks today. Julius Welshoff, Mike Barrett, Chris Hinton, Aiden Hutchinson. 2 picks. Jamon Green, Daxton Hill. Just a total team effort. Remember, this Michigan scored the last 24 points of the game. They were down 21-7 at some point. So, we love to see it. All right, I'm going to sign off. I'm hungry. It's Thursday, which is the de facto start of the weekend. We'll see what happens from here. But enjoy your weekends. Be good. We're another day closer to football being real. So you can follow me on Twitter at Anthony T. Broom. Subscribe to our videos. Hit the like button below. Helps us in the algorithm. Helps us, just helps us grow, which we're trying to do. we've kind of been taking it slowly here, but follow the website, subscribe to the podcast. You know where we are, MaizeandBrew.com, SB Nation's home for Michigan Wolverines coverage. That's going to do it for me today. Appreciate all of you guys for sticking around, for hanging out. We'll talk again soon.